Welcome back to our channel where we dive into the fascinating world of rare coins and hidden treasures. Today, we're talking about a coin that's been making waves in the numismatic world, the 1972 Lincoln penny. Yes, a humble 1-cent coin that might just be worth a fortune. Could you imagine your pocket change being valued at up to $3.1 million? Stay tuned because we're about to break down the history, key features, and current market value of this intriguing coin. And trust me, you'll want to check your coin jars after this one. Before we dive into the specific details of the 1972 Lincoln penny, let's take a quick look at the history of the Lincoln cent. This iconic coin was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent was the first U.S. coin to feature a president's portrait. Over the years, it's become a staple of American currency and a favorite among collectors. Now, what makes the 1972 penny particularly interesting is its variety of errors and mint marks. Errors on coins can turn an ordinary penny into an extraordinary collector's item. In the case of the 1972 Lincoln penny, some variations and errors have made it one of the most sought-after coins of its era. So, what exactly should you look for in a 1972 Lincoln penny? First off, the year 1972 is notable because of the double die error on some coins minted at the Philadelphia Mint. A double die error occurs when the coin die, that's the engraved stamp used to create the coin's design, is struck more than once, but slightly misaligned. Check the date, 1972, as well as the inscriptions like Liberty and In God We Trust. If you notice clear doubling, you might just have a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Another key factor is the mint mark. In 1972, the pennies were produced at three mints: Philadelphia, Denver, marked with a D, and San Francisco, marked with an S. The Philadelphia pennies, which don't have a mint mark, are where you'll find most of the valuable double die errors. Now let's address the elephant in the room: the claim that a 1972 Lincoln penny sold for a whopping $3.1 million. This figure might sound unbelievable, but it's not entirely out of the question in the world of numismatics. Rare coins, especially those with significant historical or era-related value, can fetch astronomical prices. In the case of the 1972 penny, this particular sale likely involved a combination of factors: an exceptionally rare error, pristine condition, and an eager collector willing to pay top dollar. While not every 1972 penny will be worth millions, high-quality double-die examples have been known to sell for tens of thousands at auctions. Let's talk about current market value. As of now, a 1972 double-die penny in average circulated condition might be worth around $100 to $300. However, if your coin is in mint state, meaning it's been well preserved with little to no wear, the value can skyrocket. For example, a mint state 1972 double die penny graded MS65 or higher by a professional service like PCGS or NGC could fetch anywhere from $1,500 to $3,000 or more. And remember, the higher the grade, the higher the value. Beyond the double die error, other varieties like coins with off-center strikes or other minting errors can also carry a premium. So, it's always worth examining your 1972 pennies carefully. If you think you have a valuable 1972 penny, here's what to do next. First, inspect your coin under good lighting with a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Look for signs of doubling, mint marks, and overall condition. If you're unsure, consider having your coin professionally graded. Once your coin is graded, you can sell it through various channels, such as online marketplaces like eBay, specialized auction houses, or local coin dealers. Just make sure you do your research to get the best price. So there you have it, folks, the fascinating story of the 1972 Lincoln penny, a coin that proves even the smallest things can hold immense value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone curious about the change in your pocket, this little coin has a story worth exploring. Now it's your turn. Check your coin jars, piggy banks, and old collections. Who knows? You might be sitting on a fortune. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an update. Drop a comment below and let us know if you found any rare pennies. Until next time, happy hunting! We're diving deep into the world of one of the most fascinating and talked about coins in U.S. history, the 1974 Lincoln cent. You might think a penny isn't worth much, but what if I told you some of these coins have fetched hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars? That's right. In this video, we'll uncover the history behind the 1974 penny, explore why certain mint marks make it valuable, and reveal the legendary $3.2 million penny that left collectors speechless. Stick around to the end because you won't want to miss the details about the current market value for these little treasures. First, let's start with a bit of history. The Lincoln cent was introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner, it has remained a staple of U.S. coinage ever since. Fast forward to 1974, a time when the United States was grappling with economic challenges. Rising copper prices were a major concern for the U.S. Mint, as pennies were made primarily of 95% copper and 5% zinc. The increasing cost of copper threatened the feasibility of producing pennies, leading the Mint to experiment with alternative materials. This is where things get interesting. In 1974, the U.S. Mint struck experimental pennies using aluminum instead of copper. These aluminum cents were lighter and cheaper to produce. Over 1.5 million of these coins were struck for testing, but they were never released into circulation. Why? Because Congress raised concerns about the coins' durability and the potential for them to damage vending machines. Ultimately, the Mint decided to stick with the traditional copper composition. However, a small number of these experimental aluminum pennies somehow made their way out of the Mint, becoming some of the most sought-after coins in the world. Now let's talk about mint marks. The 1974 Lincoln cent was produced at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from the Denver Mint carry a D mint mark, while those from San Francisco have an S mint mark. Philadelphia pennies, on the other hand, have no mint mark at all. These mint marks can sometimes make a big difference in a coin's value. For instance, a 1974 S penny in pristine condition, known as MS 67 red in grading terms, can fetch upwards of $500. Meanwhile, a 1974 D in similar condition is valued slightly less, but still commands impressive prices for collectors. But the real excitement lies with error coins and the experimental aluminum cents. Now, let's talk about the star of the show, the legendary $3.2 million 1974 D aluminum penny. This coin story is one for the history books. After the Mint abandoned the aluminum penny project, they ordered all test coins to be destroyed. However, a few escaped destruction, either accidentally or intentionally. One of these aluminum pennies, struck at the Denver Mint, surfaced decades later and sent shockwaves through the numismatic world. In 2014, this rare aluminum penny was set to be auctioned, with experts estimating it could sell for over $3 million. Ultimately, it was privately sold for a staggering $3.2 million, making it one of the most valuable pennies in history. Why was it worth so much? Because of its rarity, its connection to a fascinating chapter of U.S. Mint history, and the controversy surrounding its survival. So, how can you tell if your 1974 penny is worth a fortune? Here are a few tips. First, check the mint mark. While most 1974 pennies are made of copper and aren't worth more than a few cents, those with pristine condition or errors can be valuable. Look for signs of doubling, die cracks, or other minting errors. Also, weigh your penny. A standard 1974 penny should weigh 3.11 grams. If it's significantly lighter, you might have one of the rare aluminum pennies. Keep in mind that even a standard copper 1974 penny can be worth hundreds if it's in top-notch condition. Coins graded MS 67 red or higher are highly sought after by collectors. As of now, the market for 1974 Lincoln cents remains strong. Common 1974 pennies in circulated condition are worth face value, but uncirculated examples can sell for $1 to $50, depending on the grade. Error coins, such as double dies or off-center strikes, can fetch anywhere from $100 to $5,000. And of course, the elusive aluminum cents are priceless treasures that any collector would dream of owning. Who knew a humble penny could hold so much history and value? Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, the 1974 Lincoln cent is a fascinating coin to explore. So, check your change, dig through those old jars of coins, and who knows? You might just find a hidden gem worth a fortune. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more coin collecting tips and stories. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! What if I told you that a simple penny sitting in your pocket could be worth thousands, even millions of dollars? That's right. In today's video, we're diving into the fascinating world of 1980s Lincoln pennies. We'll uncover the history of these coins, explore the significance of mint marks, identify rare and valuable specimens, and yes, discuss the story behind a penny that sold for a jaw-dropping $3.3 million. The Lincoln penny, first introduced in 1909, has become one of the most iconic coins in American history. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse features a portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, commemorating the 100th anniversary of his birth. The reverse initially displayed two wheat ears, but in 1959, this design was replaced with the Lincoln Memorial to mark the 150th anniversary of his birth. By the 1980s, the Lincoln penny had undergone several changes. Most notably, the composition shifted from 95% copper to 97.5% zinc with a thin copper plating in 1982 due to rising metal costs. This change made pre-1982 pennies especially desirable to collectors for their higher copper content. But even among the 1980s pennies, there are rare treasures that can fetch astonishing prices. Mint marks play a crucial role in identifying where a coin was produced. In the 1980s, Lincoln pennies were minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D; and San Francisco, S. Each mint mark can affect a coin's rarity and value. For example, the San Francisco Mint primarily produced proof coins during this period. Proof coins are struck with specially polished dies and are often sought after by collectors for their mirror-like finish. Meanwhile, pennies from Denver and Philadelphia were intended for general circulation. Not all 1980s pennies are created equal. Certain errors, variations, and conditions make some pennies incredibly valuable. Let's take a closer look at what to watch for. A double die error occurs when a coin is struck twice, causing overlapping designs. This can result in noticeable doubling on the date, lettering, or other parts of the coin. For example, the 1983 double die reverse penny, where the lettering on the back is visibly doubled, can fetch hundreds of dollars. Another valuable variety is the 1982 small date versus large date penny. The difference lies in the size and shape of the numbers in the date. Some small date pennies from 1982 were made of copper, making them exceptionally rare and valuable. These can be worth thousands of dollars depending on their condition. Mint errors such as off-center strikes, clipped planchets, or coins struck on the wrong metal can also command high prices. Always check your pennies for these unusual characteristics. Now, let's talk about the most exciting part, the $3.3 million penny. You heard that right. In 2010, a 1943 bronze Lincoln cent sold for a record $3.3 million at auction. While this particular penny predates the 1980s, it's a prime example of how errors and rarity can skyrocket a coin's value. The 1943 penny was supposed to be struck in steel due to wartime metal shortages, but a small number were mistakenly made with bronze planchets. While number 1980s pennies have reached such astronomical values yet, it's a reminder to always check your change. You never know when you might come across a hidden gem. So, how do you determine if your penny is worth more than face value? Here are some tips. Certain dates and mint marks, such as the 1983 double die or the 1982 copper small date, are worth investigating. Examine your pennies closely for any signs of errors or unusual features. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC can authenticate and grade your coins, which is essential for determining their market value. As of today, the market for rare coins is thriving. While most 1980s Lincoln pennies are only worth face value, key varieties and errors can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. For example, a high-grade 1982 copper small date penny sold for over $18,000, while a 1983 double die reverse penny in top condition fetched nearly $15,000. Demand for these coins remains strong, driven by collectors and investors alike. If you're lucky enough to find one of these rarities, you could be looking at a substantial payday. Before we wrap up, here are a few final tips. Always check your change, invest in a good magnifying glass, and stay informed about the coin market. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, the world of coin collecting is full of surprises and potential treasures. Who knows? That old penny in your pocket might just be worth a fortune. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more fascinating coin stories. See you in the next video. We're diving into an incredibly fascinating topic for coin collectors and history enthusiasts alike. We'll explore the history, details, and current market value of the 1994 Lincoln penny, a coin that could be worth much more than you think. And yes, we'll discuss how a single penny like this could fetch an astonishing $3.4 million in specific cases. So, stick around until the end because you won't want to miss this. Let's start with the basics. The Lincoln penny, officially called the Lincoln cent, was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. The obverse side features a portrait of Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, which has remained on the penny ever since. But in today's video, our focus is on the 1994 pennies, specifically those with mint marks and errors that make them incredibly valuable. The 1994 Lincoln penny is a modern coin made from a composition of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating, with a weight of about 2.5 grams. Now, these coins were struck at 3 main U.S. mint facilities. But what makes these coins so special? Let's talk about rare varieties, mint errors, and their mind-blowing values in today's market. While most 1994 pennies are still only worth a single cent, there are exceptions that drive collectors wild. Some of these coins have special features, minting errors, or proof-like qualities that can make them worth hundreds, thousands, or even millions of dollars. Mint errors occur when something goes wrong during the coin-making process. In the case of 1994 pennies, known errors include a doubling of features like Lincoln's profile or lettering on the coin's front. If you spot this, the coin could be worth hundreds to thousands of dollars, depending on the severity. Coins that are not properly centered during minting can fetch high prices, especially if the date is still visible. These appear as raised lines or blobs on the coin's surface and are sought after by collectors. 4 coins minted in Philadelphia and Denver, a 1994 penny in exceptional condition, graded MS67 or higher, can command a premium. A perfect coin with its original luster can fetch several $100s or more at auctions. Proof coins, with their mirror-like finishes, are minted specifically for collectors. A 1994 proof penny in flawless condition can easily sell for $50 or more. However, if there's an error or unique feature, the value skyrockets. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. How could a Lincoln penny, a coin most of us overlook every day, ever reach a value of $3.40 million? This astronomical figure is tied to ultra-rare error coins or experimental mint pieces. While there's no direct example of a 1994 penny selling for $3.4 million, there have been other Lincoln pennies that fetched millions due to their unique histories. For example, the 1943 bronze Lincoln cent sold for $1.7 million in 2010. Why? Because during World War II, the U.S. Mint switched to making pennies out of steel to conserve copper for the war effort. A few bronze planchets were accidentally used in 1943, creating a rare and highly valuable coin. Similarly, a 1958 double-die obverse penny sold for over $1 million because of its extreme rarity and the significant doubling effect on the front of the coin.so. If a 1994 penny with an extremely rare error or unique feature were to surface, it could theoretically fetch millions, especially in today's booming coin market. You're probably wondering, how do I know if my 1994 penny is worth more than face value? Well, here are some steps to help you figure it out. Check for a D or S below the date. If there's no mint mark, it's from Philadelphia. Use a magnifying glass or microscope to look for doubling, cracks, or off-center strikes. Pay close attention to Lincoln's profile, the lettering, and the rim of the coin. The better the condition, the higher the value. Coins with minimal scratches and their original shine are more desirable. If you think your coin is valuable, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can significantly increase your coin's value. Look at recent sales of 1994 pennies on platforms like eBay or Heritage Auctions to get an idea of current market values. The 1994 Lincoln penny is a perfect example of why you should always check your change. Whether it's a common penny with sentimental value or a rare gem worth thousands, every coin has a story to tell. If you're a beginner collector, start by examining pennies you already have. You never know when you might stumble upon an error coin or a high-grade specimen that could make your collection and your wallet richer. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest videos about rare coins, collectibles, and more. And hey, if you found a 1994 penny that you think might be valuable, let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your stories. Who knows? Your old penny might just be the next $1 million find. Could a penny in your pocket be worth a fortune? What if I told you that some 2019 Lincoln pennies are making waves in the coin collecting world, with one allegedly valued at a jaw-dropping $3.5 million? But why are these coins so valuable? What makes them special? And could you possibly have one? Stick around, because in this video, we're uncovering everything about the 2019 Lincoln penny, its history, value, and why it's worth a lot more than just 1 cent. Let's start with the basics. The 2019 Lincoln penny is part of the ongoing series of pennies featuring Abraham Lincoln, a series that began all the way back in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The D Mint mark indicates that these pennies were minted at the Denver Mint, one of the United States Mint's major production facilities. By 2019, the Lincoln penny had undergone numerous design changes and historical milestones. The most notable transition was in 1982 when the U.S. Mint switched from using copper to a zinc core with a thin copper coating due to the rising cost of materials. However, despite these changes, the Lincoln penny remains an iconic symbol of American currency. So, what about the 2019 penny? At first glance, this coin seems ordinary, just a simple design of Lincoln's bust on the front, or obverse, and the Union shield on the back, or reverse. Millions of these were minted, specifically over 3.9 billion, but not all of them are created equal. The reason some 2019 pennies are worth so much lies in their rarity, condition, and errors. Let's break it down. First, minting errors. Coins with striking errors, off-center designs, or die cracks are highly sought after by collectors. These flaws make each coin unique, which drives up its value. For example, a 2019 penny with a dramatic double die error could sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction. Next, high-grade coins. Coin grading services like PCGS or NGC evaluate coins on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, flawless coin. A 2019 penny graded at MS 69 or MS 70 can fetch prices far beyond its face value because such pristine coins are incredibly rare. And then there's provenance, coins tied to special collections or extraordinary circumstances. For example, rumored 2019 penny valued at $3.5 million was allegedly part of an exclusive, ultra-high-grade set with exceptional minting quality and a unique history. While details about this specific coin remain scarce, stories like this fuel the hype and demand for these pennies. So, what's the current market value for a 2019 Lincoln penny? On average, a regular penny in circulated condition is worth, well, 1 cent. However, uncirculated or mint state coins can sell for $5 to $50, depending on their condition. Coins with notable mint errors, or those graded highly by PCGS or NGC, can go for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. For example, a 2019 penny with a dramatic die crack recently sold for over $2,000 at auction. Even more impressive, an MS 70 graded penny fetched $4,000 from an eager collector. But what about the $3.5 million penny? This coin's story remains shrouded in mystery. Rumors suggest it's an ultra-high-grade coin with a perfect MS 70 grading, possibly enhanced by a unique mint error or an extraordinary story tied to its discovery. While these claims haven't been fully verified, they illustrate the incredible potential value of rare coins. Want to know if you've got a valuable penny in your collection? Here's what to do. Check the mint mark. Look for the D on the obverse side, below the date. Inspect for errors. Use a magnifying glass to spot cracks, doubling, or other irregularities. Evaluate the condition. The shinier and less worn, the better. Get it graded. If you think you have a rare find, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Conclusion: the 2019 D. Lincoln penny may seem ordinary, but in the world of coin collecting, even the smallest details can make a huge difference. Whether it's a unique error, a perfect grade, or a legendary backstory, some of these pennies are worth far more than their humble face value, possibly even millions. So, check your change and who knows, you might just strike it rich with a penny. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2019 D. Lincoln penny, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more fascinating coin stories. And remember, your next big treasure might just be hiding in plain sight. See you in the next video.